my hood won't stay up. Hey, this is John Young here with the Weekend Handyman. Sometimes when you've got a vehicle that's a little bit older, sometimes the little lift support struts will wear out and it won't hold the hood up anymore. This is a Dodge 2005 and it's got a heavier hood and it is a problem. Toppers, I've had to replace them on the topper and now it's time to replace them on the pickup. Now I'm going to kind of go through and how to do this. It's a very simple task. The biggest thing is that you've got to prop this hood up because the ones I'm replacing it with are not collapsed whatsoever. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. So we're going to start off by, obviously this doesn't work, so I'm going to grab a piece of wood here and I'm going to carefully put it in a spot where it's going to keep it close to fully open and not do any damage. Now I'm not going to use metal. I'm actually on the bottom here. It's got a stuck on or it's kind of hooked on a little bolt or a nut down there, and then it's up there. So it's holding it open. Now these are the replacement ones, and I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can find the replacement ones here. But we'll pop the little bag open. Now the replacement kit that I purchased, spiderwebs, has 2 of them in it. And if you don't have the right ones, then as far as lengthwise, you will have problems. So that's why you want to make sure that they fit your application. And again, in this case, we're talking a Dodge 2500 pickup. So I've got my 2. I'm going to set that carefully down there. And the way these function, if you take a look at the back here, there is a little metal band right here. And that little metal band has spots where you can put a screwdriver in. And you can, let's get it under there, and you can pull that band back. If you can try to have it so you can see, you can pull that band back. What happens is that there's a little ball that goes in here. When the band is pulled back, it will actually open it up. There's a metal clip we see here is kind of a binding clip, and it comes around and catches. So when we put our screwdriver in the back, it spreads it, pulls it out, and then you can connect it. But first thing we need to do is take out the old ones. So I'm going to come over here and put my screwdriver in, pry that clip a little bit to the point where it's open, and then see if I can pop it out without having the hood come down on me. So we're going to have to come over here again and hold this and pop this one out. So I've got the clip loose. There we go. And I'm going to put the wood back in to support it, because now we are only really being held by that one on that side, which 2 of them would hold it, so one certainly won't hold it, but now I can start to work to replace this one. So I come into this side, the back one, pry it open, pull that clip, and then you can kind of see a little bit more on this one. I got the screwdriver in there, pried that little clip back so it opened up that hole and would allow me to do what I need to do. And measurement wise, they're the same one, obviously the new one and the old one. Now here's the problem that some people have, is that this is the new one. I can't do anything with it. Here's the old one. I could probably make this one go in. Yeah, I can make it go in a little bit. It's still pretty, but not strong enough to hold the unit. So I'm going to do it in reverse order. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. I'm going to put the top one in first, and then the exposed shaft will be on the bottom, and I will hook that in second. Okay, so the thing to put the replacement in is we have to get that little clip pulled back. Some of them are pretty easy to do, where you can put the screwdriver in and pry, and it will pull evenly. This one was not that way. The very first time I started to put it in, it pulled from one side, then the other side. And you can work and you can try to pry to the left or right and kind of hopefully work it up. It didn't work that way. This one was a real bear, so I had to come in the other direction to get it so it is, let me see if you can see this. You can kind of see that it is pulling evenly from both sides. So I'm hoping that I can come through and keep it at an angle like so. If you can see that, it's straighter, and then I work that screwdriver out and then push that clip in, and there. Now it is caught. Boy, that's one of the most difficult ones I've ever had. Most of the time, they just do like this one, and I've been kind of playing with this one, is you just work your screwdriver in, slightly prying, wiggle it up, and you can feel that it's kind of going from both sides, and you get your screwdriver in just like that, real quick and easy with that. And then it's just a matter of lifting the hood, lining it up, pushing it on, and now it's on, pulling the screwdriver back out, and the two clips are in place, and we're good to go. It's that easy when it works right. So we're going to come over to the other side. Let's just first off see, with one and the assistance of that one, we have got enough here. By the way, somebody was probably looking at this and saying, how much of a piece of wood do you have here? 36 inch. And 36 inch will allow us to come from the little bolt down here on the hood and get it up into there. So we'll come over here and do the same thing on the other side, where we're going to get our screwdriver in and pry that little clip out that is here. Now this one is coming out one side at a time. There we go. And there you can see the pressure was relieved off. And this one came off. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean by it came off one at a. This one kind of pried evenly as it came out. This one, you can kind of see it pulled out here completely, and it's still about halfway in there. So that's why it didn't come out cleanly. Okay, so we have both sides hooked up, pins are in, everything's secure. The arms, by the way, for those of you wondering, before I set everything down, the arms are, and again, this is for the Dodge, the 2005 Dodge pickup. The little lift strut is a 20-inch strut. This is for the Dodge hood. There's different sizes for different hoods, and the toppers are all different. But the idea is basically you have to have them open to their fully extended area to be able to do it, because there's really no way to compress those. Even on toppers, they're almost impossible to compress. So we'll put our stuff down and see how this is going to all work. We'll take out our board, and da-da-da, it stays just like it's supposed to, just like it's back from the factory. And then with a little pressure, it will go down. It will open up easily. And just like that, we're back in business, and we can now safely check our oil. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. There will be links for the lift struts we're using here on this particular truck in the description below. Click on that and you can go to check out all different sizes that you might need for your application. Changing it was pretty easy. The biggest thing is just to, when you're putting that screwdriver in, is to kind of play with that clip and make sure you're getting it out cleanly. And if you can't, take the two different tools, the adjustable end wrench and a needle nose, or a needle nose and a plier, hold those, pull it out, and then you can slide it on the end of it and make it all work. Thanks for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.